What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Back Four. Today we're going to be discussing the UEFA Champions League final.
How's it going? How's it going? The mighty PSG versus the barbarian Giants Champions League final. Hala Madrid! Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund, June 1st, Champions League final in Wembley.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here.
Subscribe, don't forget.
Madrid has it easily too.
Easy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Madrid, they'll win it. I honestly have no idea what margin, but I think Dortmund's definitely just going to play like their how they've been playing against PSG, the low block. They're going to try to find a counterattack with probably like find Sancho or Adeyemi on the sides, and then maybe they can pick off a pass to Fulkrug. If not, something. I think they're just going to try to use pace, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, but I think Madrid has the pace on lockdown on defense.
And we got
the counterattack just not going to work on them like that. Then the Madrid specialty.
I'd honestly disagree with that a little bit, just because that's how the Davies goal came, on a counterattack.
They have like a guy like Harry Kane who's able to drop back and provide those like setup for a counter.
Yeah, I think
Borussia doesn't have that.
Yeah, Fulkrug is definitely not on Kane's level.
He's more like a target man. Like you see Kane, he like drops down and becomes an extra guy in the mid.
Fulkrug does have decent
you saw that goal
play,
against
though.
PSG.
He has good hold up play though. He's a typical like tank 9 that you don't really see many of those kinds
Goal
anymore.
against Atletico.
Yeah.
I don't know. PSG dominated the second leg of the Dortmund game where they had like 31 shots and then hit
The post 4 times that game.
5 times that game.
Yeah.
And then 2-3 times.
No, they hit this 2 times in the first leg. And
Yeah, but I think in the first game Dortmund was superior.
In the first game, yeah, it was a lot closer, but when PSG realized they were down, they really turned it on and they dominated Dortmund.
They dominated.
I think they dominated possessions and maybe shots, but like as a game as a whole.
But they weren't like bad shots either. Like they were on target and 4 of them hit post, and then I forgot who it was, but he whiffed a wide open header. He headed it straight to the ground.
Yeah, but I think Dortmund's that was their game plan, like giving PSG the ball. I don't think it's really that they couldn't do anything. Like that was their game plan.
Game plan was just to park the bus.
Yeah, that was their game plan in this.
Allow them to almost score.
I think once they scored that 2-0, it was just like, all right, we are able, if we can hold this down to like minute 80, 85, then they're going to get into the head and we're taking this.
They didn't even try to attack whatsoever. There was like multiple times where it'd just be like
they were solid, yeah.
Or someone else up top with the ball, and then no one would push up to help support, and you're basically just giving it back to PSG. And PSG almost capitalized on it.
Yeah, PSG had those 2 like late late through balls to Mbappe. Yeah, exactly.
What, 2?
Yeah, towards the end.
6?
Yeah.
So it's like that's not really a good game plan because
It worked though.
If they had to run it back, odds are PSG would have bad one too.
Well,
That was very
I think though they wouldn't be playing like that if they weren't up by
2-0.
Yeah.
You saw the game against
we saw the first game.
Against Atletico Madrid, you can bring it back up, and they were just going back and forth.
Yeah.
They were looking for that winger.
I just feel like if that's their game plan against Madrid, just sit in the back and just try to get a counter.
Yeah, but these teams are playing like that because it's a 2-legged affair, and
Oh yeah, I know that, but he was saying that Dortmund's plan for Madrid would be like just a counter attack.
I mean, all they need is one goal and hold it down.
Yeah, but
There's
I don't
one
think
game. That's it.
I don't think it's gonna be like they're off the start. They're just gonna like park the bus like that.
Oh yeah, no, I get that, but I was just saying since it is one game, I think Madrid's gonna come out hard.
I just don't like when Madrid come into like games being the favorites at all. That's when like we just underperform. What do you guys think?
I think it has to do with the fact that Madrid is a counterattack team. Their main.
That's why I think Madrid specialty. Yeah, we do that.
That's why they do worse when they're the favorites, because when they have to take initiative, the only kind of like ways they can find things there is like when Rodrigo and Vinny link up
and a little Bellingham
like comes in from second line or something. But like they kind of become stale because it ends up just being Toni Kroos switching it side to side until they link up and they can find something, or else like
I just feel like it's
I don't
gonna
know.
be a more open game because it is a one game. So Dortmund's forced to attack.
No, yeah, I get that.
So there's gonna be spaces throughout this game that Madrid
there
are
is.
gonna have to
I mean,
capitalize.
Dortmund's obviously going to have some chances, but I think Madrid's going to just overpower them in the long run.
Yeah, I think I could see
I
that.
honestly think it's going to be
What do you?
0-3-1 Madrid.
Okay,
I could see something like that. Yeah.
like a 2-1 maybe. I think Dortmund scores one. Maybe the first one too.
We'll see. Yeah. I just think like Dortmund, they have nothing to lose. Like they're gonna win more money if they lose.
You saw?
Yeah.
Worth 25 million.
If Jude wins and then 20 if they win.
Yeah.
But no, they're definitely gonna try to win. But I think I don't know. They have some dangerous players. Like the way Sancho's playing right now, I think he
Sancho,
could do some
Adeyemi.
damage.
Julian Brandt. I think he's like very under
Yeah.
appreciated.
Yeah, he's a good player. Adeyemi's been playing good.
Yeah, he's been alright.
He's been good on defense. Honestly, that's where he's been putting in work on
I think
defense.
he's finally like, now I don't want to say living up to that hype he had a couple years ago, but starting to become a player that we thought he was gonna become.
He still needs to work on his offensive game, I
Yeah.
feel like. But the two center backs, they're pretty solid. Two Schlotterbeck and Hummels, they've been playing
Almost
pretty
look
well.
rejuvenated, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, took out Mbappe from his
Should have
pocket when
had
he
two.
got home.
What
Yeah.
was this? He was slightly offsides in the second one.
Yeah. I like Schlotterbeck though. I think he has a good future, especially with like the Euros and all that stuff coming. I think
Pretty
he's,
good duo.
you know what?
But yeah, I was just say like no disrespect to Dortmund or anything, but yeah, like I just overall.
I think Madrid will have
Too
majority of the
strong
ball.
for him.
I think that's where that area, the middle of the park, is where Madrid's like man for man is just superior. Like who is it? Emre Can, and they have Brandt there obviously, but
Who did they start?
yeah, who's the
Oh, Sabitzer, the guy that replaced.
Sabitzer.
Yeah.
I think they get overpowered by. I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be what Tchouaméni, Kroos, and
How many?
Bellingham.
What did he came up injured?
Yeah, I don't know.
Following,
how
did you
long
see
he's
that?
out.
Yeah, I did
It's
see
3
that.
weeks, so he's
He'll
kind of
probably be
doubtful
back.
for the final.
He'll be back.
I mean, but then
For
he's
Champions
injured,
League
and what you're
final.
throwing Camavinga or Cruz or
Yeah, but then it's not the same.
we are undefeated with him as a starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only games he
He'll
didn't
play.
start, we lost.
He'll
Yeah,
play.
Camavinga, I don't. If Camavinga starts, I could see Dortmund having a little easier of a time.
Yeah, he's like honestly just a coin flip. Like some games he's it's like, oh okay, I see why we bought him. And then other games like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like what are you doing?
I don't
out
think
there?
that 3 is enough to like for Camavinga to come in and be like, all right, we're less of a team now.
Yeah, because it's just Dortmund just
Yeah.
doesn't have like if you're playing another team like
Yeah.
like for example when they played Bayern, you're like, oh, with Musiala,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
it. But like a team with no disrespect to Dortmund, but like Emre Can, Sabitzer, like Tchouaméni and like Kroos are looking at them like, oh, this is easy money, you know?
And plus we have the experience.
Yeah.
Like most of the team already
Yeah.
to the final, won a Champions League. A lot of this is
Some of our guys
a
are going to win
first.
their 6th
A
Champions
first,
League.
yeah, a first for Dortmund, so the pressure's on. But I mean, they're professional athletes at the end of the day. But when it comes to the big stage, sometimes you get a little shaky.
Well, speaking about other teams, as a Barca fan, how do you feel that watching Dortmund and watching that display from PSG and knowing that maybe could have been your Barca team in the
Yeah.
final?
I think it does feel like that a little bit. Like I think Barca was better than PSG. Obviously those circumstances changed everything. But looking at that, I think they could have been like
I think it would have been a different game of a Barcelona versus a Borussia Dortmund
yeah.
based on that display.
Because
PSG.
also the styles clash. Because
Yeah.
they kind of Dortmund definitely watched the Barcelona PSG games and they tried to like mimic the good things Barca did in those games, and that's where they saw how to attack it. Because look, the Barca goals, they came off counterattacks. Rafinha's goal, or both of them.
Yeah.
So they, I think Dortmund definitely watched that and they tried to like mimic what they did, and it worked. So like what Dortmund did to PSG kind of looks like what Barca should have done if Araujo didn't get a red card.
Do you think if Barca beat PSG, you guys take Dortmund?
I mean, I think they had a good chance. I don't know if they would have. Who knows? But we'll never know. But I think obviously like player for player, they could compete.
I think
Real Madrid owns Barca this season. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like I think it's over for Dortmund.
Yeah, but then it doesn't really matter because, like in the Clásicos, the refs would have just pushed Madrid over the top.
All right, so we pretty much all agree. I think it's pretty much Madrid's to lose. So, just a little quick fact. Ronaldo won it in Lisbon. Bale won it in Wales. Benzema won it in Paris. And now our golden boy Jude winning it in Wembley.
It's over.
And quick fact for you guys. Next year is in Munich. Will our Cruz retire with his 7th Champions League medal?
He might with Mbappe.
I don't know. There's still so much to be played. So.
Oh, but next year's the new format, right?
Okay, well,
Yeah. Oh, it is a new
The
format.
new format.
If Real Madrid wins it and get another trophy, do you think Jude deserves the Ballon d'Or that everyone's talking about all this social media?
Wins like this? You're talking about this season?
Yeah, because he's already favored.
I don't.
He's already favored right
I
now.
think Vinny
No, I think
is,
Vinny overtook him.
Oh, Vinny?
Yeah, I want to say he did.
after those displays on the knockout stages.
Because I think I saw the rankings a couple of days
No, I think after that semifinal, Vinny just.
No, yeah.
Vinny did.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause
I would say, like,
thought
as a
Chinos-
Barca fan, right now, Vinny's the best player in the world.
The season ended after the Champions League. Real Madrid wins the Champions League. Vinny's Ballon d'Or. But you still got the Euros, the Copa America.
And that's where I think Vinny's Ballon d'Or aspirations could actually take a hit. Because I don't think Brazil doesn't look that good. But then in the Copa America competition, it's kind of like.
But I was thinking to myself the other day, like you put Mbappe like in another country, like take away all his France stuff. He doesn't stand out with PSG like that.
I mean, he's still banging in like 40 goals a
Yeah,
season.
but in a Uber Leagues league,
Yeah, but you got to think, or like, for example, like what national team would you put him on?
I don't know, unless like a Norway, like Holland.
Okay, well, that's.
So yeah, that's the.
But I'm saying, like, let's say you put him on like.
Portugal.
Okay, now I think he'd stand out. Or if you put him on Uruguay, I think he would like stand out.
He'd be the best player almost anywhere he goes.
That's what you. I don't know. I think we're just. I don't know. That's something I was just thinking to myself.
Dude, I honestly think this current PSG team isn't all that great, and they got a lot farther than they should have. Like, this come from a Madrid fan. Like, Barca had that, and they just choked it hard with that red
I don't know
card.
what Luis Enrique is doing with Mbappe. You see Mbappe playing like a Harry Kane role, coming down deep and trying to do Lincoln plays. When I'm like, bro,
Hot take. Luis Enrique is one of the most overrated managers
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
world.
PSG has
he got lucky against
mediocre
Barca,
midfield.
bottled against Dortmund.
Bottled 2 or 3 Champions League with Barca. Terrible with Roma. Bottled the World Cup. Was it the quarterfinal with Morocco? Like, I don't see where this narrative comes that he's one of the best managers. Like, and I see like links like if Xavi leaves next, they want to bring him back. I'm like, dude, I would rather keep Xavi than have Luis Enrique. But on that note, let us know what you guys think. Who wins, Madrid or Dortmund? Who will stand out in Wembley? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
A por la 15, hermanos.
Until next time, it's
Take it
only up
easy.
from here.